Salute, salute, salute. What's up, everyone? Peace and blessings to you all. And I hope all is well. And I hope that the sound is better this time. This is the second time I've recorded it. So hopefully, this is coming in loud and clear. Okay, what we're going to talk about today is a woman's worth and value sexually. Okay, there's been a lot of talking points that, in my opinion, devalues a woman or attempts to devalue a woman based on her body count, based on her sexual experience, yada yada yada, blah 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 blah. And y'all know me, y'all know I'm gonna keep it real. I blame the Bible. I blame the Bible. And the reason why I blame the Bible, rightfully so, is because the Bible puts a higher esteem on virgins. Okay? We all know that in the Bible that the husband would have to pay a bride's price, and that the bride price is higher if the woman was a virgin. Now, we're not going to get into the part where there's actually two types of virgins. There's the ones who have never had sex, and there's the virgins who have never had children. We're not even gonna, it's not gonna become a Bible study today. But if you check your concordance and all of the descriptions to where the word virgin is used, there's two definitions of it. But I digress. But I believe that because the Bible, even the mofos that don't even read the Bible, will try to quote the Bible, or don't even believe in the Bible, will try to quote the Bible in order to maintain this. I don't know what they're doing. They try to devalue them, right? But I believe that that is where it starts at. But we all know that the Bible in and of itself is written by me. Let's just start there. Okay. So that's where I first cast blame. Now, the second portion to my point is that it's really the men that's devaluing other men. It really has nothing to do with the woman. Because if you think about it, if you have a woman, say you have a woman who is a virgin, right? She's perfect and prestige and flawless and all of that. Then when she has sex, her value goes down. When she has sex with a man, her value will go down. When she has sex with a man again, another man, it goes even further down. And the more male counterparts she has, the lower her value goes, quote unquote. This is the talking. This is me talking. But with that taken into consideration, it is the man that brings her value down, not her herself. So, according to their own talking points, in order for her to maintain her value, it's not to sleep with men, right? Now, most adults know that we are experienced, we have life, we've lived life, we've had past, we have history, we have sexual experiences. I am 53. I'll be 54 in November. And me growing up, and mind you, I still have to say, body count wasn't a big deal. And if we did talk about body count, it was just to see what the number was. It wasn't like, oh, you're bad or old. This is kind of a new phenomenon. But so adults know that if you are dealing with a grown person, they have had experience. But see, here's where this ideology, this belief, this talking point begins to be stupid. Is that okay? Let me cook. Say if you take within a time frame from 18 years of age to like 58 years of age, right? That's 40 years. And if, say, during that 40 years, you had two partners per year, people be like, two partners per year is a lot. Yeah, that's on the high side. We're estimating, but just again, let me cook, right? Say, for instance, you're 18 years old, you're feeling like you're grown, you meet someone, you think they're the one, and you're going to marry them, you're going to be with them for the rest of your life, so you give it up. And then 6 months down the line, y'all break up. So you meet somebody else. They're perfect. They're everything that you've ever wanted. You're going to live your life together. You're going to, do everything, for the rest of your lives. You give it up, and then y'all break up. And and this is a big if, this was to happen for the next 40 years, give or take a few, because some relationships will last a year, some two. But if you out there, it could be two partners. So we're going to see two partners every year for the next 40 years. But that's 800 partners. And so a guy will look at a woman who's had 800 partners and be like, oh, you're brand new, you're this, you're that, you're, whatever. But listen to this. Say you're back at 18 and you do meet the love of your life. If you all are able to stay together for 30 years straight, right? So you're at the age of 48 now. And say during that 30-year period, you and the love of your life have sex every day for those 30 years. We've had 10,950 sexual acts or sexual encounters. So is it the partner or is it the sexual act? Because there ain't too many virgins out here. And those that are virgins, I hope they stay virgins. But my point is that sex doesn't diminish who you are as a person. It doesn't, take away, like if you chip off a piece of cheese to where you don't have cheese no more. It doesn't dissolve the cooch. It doesn't, it's sex. It's an act. And my thing is the guys are always like, oh, and I apologize, y'all. My door is open. I like the nice fresh air. So if y'all hear some cars, that's what it is. But there's always a complaint towards these women about having a whole bunch of sexual partners or what have you. And that, it takes away from the woman, it takes away from her virtue, it takes away from the tightness of her vagina. Yet her vagina is able to recover from giving birth to an 8-pound, 9-pound, 10-pound human. So do you really think that your tallywhackers make a difference into something that could give birth to something that's 10 pounds? So I think that they're just talking points to just devalue the women overall, and that they really don't have any standing or grounding or anything along that line. Now, not by any means am I saying go out and have 800 sexual partners or 10,000 sexual experience, unless you want to. That is your right, your prerogative, your vagina, whatever you want to do. But we do have to be mindful of the soul ties that are established during sexual encounters. That is a real thing. And I have always said, and I have always done, anytime that you or done with the partner, you've broken up or what have you, that you do a soul tie severing to uh, break that bond that is established during sex. And I always advise women never to have sex when they're on their cycle, especially with someone that they don't know, because it just deepens that tie, and that is a bonding ritual, whether they're trying to bond to you or you're trying to bond to them. So be very, very careful with that. So there is a spiritual implication and impact. I'm not going to say that there isn't. And I think that is why, in addition to other things, why lesbians don't or shy away from dating bisexuals, because there is that intermingling of energies. But for the most part, and from the lesbians that I have talked to, we're really not concerned about how many male partners a woman has had, as so much as that she's not dealing with them now, that you're no longer dealing with male partners, period. And if you do decide that you are going to go back to male partners, that you be open and honest about that. But for the most part, it's not the number; it is just the honesty and transparency that comes with it. Because we understand that we're grown, we've lived life, things happen, and the importance is the person. Are you a quality person? Do you have a good attitude? Do you have good morals? Are you good with people? Do you have emotional intelligence? A lot of sex does not mean that you're not emotionally intelligent if it was done with mature minded. Sex is sex. Now I could be biased because I'm a Scorpio, but still, sex is sex. And as long as you do it responsibly, that doesn't take away from you. It doesn't take away from you. So I believe that the talking point in and of itself is just to try to make women feel bad, try to hide behind the fact that the men who has these talking points probably like other men. And they're trying to come up with all reasons and excuses as to why they shouldn't be with women or they can't get women. Because we all have experienced life. And everybody, now everybody has their number. My number isn't nearly as high as I would like it be with women. It's not as high because I did used to date men, and my male number is not as high as some of my female friends. But I really wish my lesbian number, body count number, was way higher than what it is. Because sex is just sex. And I think that the males use this towards the females to gain control. Oh, well, you're made different and this, that, and the third. And again, I'm not suggesting go out for those who date men to go out and have a whole bunch of sexual partners unless you want to do that. But if you do that and you do it responsibly, now I don't recommend sex with guys, period, unless you know who that guy is. Because these guys, these days is off the chain. I am a lesbian. I don't date men who have sex with me. But if you are a heterosexual woman or a bisexual woman, and you're mature about it, you're responsible about it, and you're cautious, that is your God-given right. Sure, vagina, you can do whatever you want to do with it. So my overall answer to the question is a woman's worth and value. Does it diminish? Based on their own talking points, they're the reason for that phenomenon, if you will. But as a grown woman, sex is sex. I think um, uh, what takes away from you more than the act of sex is emotional damage or uh, the emotional like stress or trauma, maybe breaking someone's heart, uh, lying. But sex is sex. So no, I don't believe that it devalues the woman. Did you know, comment below. Let me know. Tap in. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you're a lesbian. Does it matter to you? Your whatever your orientation is. If it matters to you, why or you know, whatever. Hit the thumbs up button if you liking the video, and if you don't, well, shit, hit the thumbs down button. It is what it is. And I plan on putting a poll out so you can vote on whether body count matters. All right, good people. I'll talk to you later. Salute, salute.